All right, so the Meta Quest 3, I think, is the best mixed reality headset on the market right now. But I will say the Samsung Project Moohan could could definitely be a game changer. Meta, they definitely have been leading the way when it comes to mixed reality. But if Samsung can deliver on their promise with the OLED screen, the better pass through cameras, the faster processor, I think we may have a problem on our hand, or Meta may have a problem on their hand. Yeah, I would say Meta definitely has been leading the way when it comes to mixed reality, but I will say if Samsung, if they can deliver on their promise with the better pass-through cameras, Android XR, which is coming from Google, the AI implementation for the headset, and lastly, those OLED screens in the headset itself. I think Meta may have a problem on their hand. On top of that, if they can do all this for under that $3,500 price point, I would say no more than $1,000. I think Meta may need to bring that Meta Quest 4 to the table sooner rather than later. So yeah, why am I holding out for Project Mohan and not just picking up a Meta Quest 3 if the Meta Quest 3 is leading the market in mixed reality headsets? Well, that's the topic of today's video, so let's go ahead and dive in. Now, before we dive into the details, make sure you hit that subscribe button and also hit the notification bell so you're notified when qcdad makes a new video. Yeah, so I feel like we're at a turning point when it comes to mixed reality, particularly after watching Marquez's hands-on or exclusive hands-on for the Project Mohan headset. I feel like, this could be a turning point for us when it comes to who leads the charge for mixed reality. And don't get me wrong, Meta, they bring a lot to the table when it comes to their Meta Quest 3. They have the pancake lens. They have that Snapdragon XDR2 processor. They got a lot going for it. They have a huge library of apps that you can download from their app store. So yeah, Meta definitely has a lot going for it, but I think Samsung and Google have some tricks up their sleeve. For me, I think the biggest issue with the Meta Quest 3, I did have it for about a week before I returned it, is its pass-through cameras. And now from what I understand, the Project Mohan is supposedly to have better cameras than the Meta Quest 3, but also you can't forget about the OLED screens in the headset itself. I think this is kind of going to be a game changer, particularly with the Meta Quest having those LCD screens. And to kind of give you some more details, the resolution is 2064 by 2208, which is nothing to frown at, but if Samsung can up that, I think Meta may have a problem on their hands, particularly when it comes to, like what I mentioned, those OLED screens that really make those black levels shine when it comes to watching content, particularly with movies. And, that's why I think Project Moohan is definitely going to be a game changer. The one downside that I don't like about the headset in comparison to the Meta Quest is that dangling battery, but at the same time, if Samsung and Google can make the headset lighter, I'm all for it. In Marquez's hands-on video, he really stressed the importance of navigation, and he talked about Gemini and how you can navigate the headset with your voice. I will say when I was using the Meta Quest 3, I was really focused on using the hand gestures as opposed to the controllers, but when I heard Marquez say he was really impressed with the navigation with his voice, that really made me think in terms of this headset is definitely going to change things a lot when it comes to navigation. At this point in time, if you look at the Apple Vision Pro, they don't even have AI for navigation. So this could be a huge change when it comes to mixed reality. And maybe you don't even need to use hand gestures that much when you're using the headset itself. So really excited to see where this goes, particularly if Gemini can, keep its promise and provide that fluid navigation. So really excited to get this in my hand so I can share my experience with you guys. And let's not forget, Samsung has a lot of history when it comes to displays. As you guys know, Samsung just announced or released their S25 Ultra, and a lot of reviewers and a lot of people just have been raving about their screens. On top of that, they have a lot of history with cameras, so really focused to see how they implement the pass-through cameras and how it reacts to that pass-through feature that a lot of people rave about with the Apple Vision Pro. I would say for the Meta Quest, the pass-through is you're not being tricked. I would say when I did a demo of the Vision Pro, I thought I was looking at the outside world, but it was actually just a reproduction of what was going on in the outside world. So I would say Samsung and Google don't have to get it to the same level of Apple's, but if they can come close, and again, if they can stay, I would say under $1,000, I think Meta definitely needs to go back to the drawing board and offer us like a Meta Quest 4 that can compare to Samsung's Project Moohan. Yeah, so right now, if you want to get a mixed reality headset, I would say the Meta Quest 3, or if you're kind of on a tight budget, the Meta Quest 3S is the best option right now. But if you're looking for the best when it comes to sharpness and those black levels that I mentioned earlier, you might want to wait for Samsung and Google to bring us their headset. Not exactly sure what it's going to be called, but you might want to hold out for that, particularly with the AI features that it's going to bring. And you don't have to spend $3,500 to enjoy mixed reality. So what do you think? Would you rather get the Meta Quest 3 or 3S right now? Or are you going to wait for Samsung and Google's first mixed reality headset, which is got a lot of promises, but also has a lot to prove since Meta has been in the market for such a long time. All right, so I am going to see myself out. As you probably know, I have a bandage on my face. I actually had to get surgery last week, but hopefully it heals up fairly soon. But as I finish up, thank you so much for watching the video. Leave the comments below if you're also waiting for Project Mohan. Otherwise, I will talk to you guys in the next one later. Bye-bye.